dig a hole, they said. Yeah. We'll put your antenna base up tomorrow, they said. It's 7:30 in the morning, March 13th, Friday. Tomorrow, Saturday, we're supposed to pour concrete and set the tilt base in place for the antenna tower. The weather forecast says it's supposed to clear out and become sunny, or at least partly cloudy. Not looking so good so far. Anyway, that post out there, let's see if I can bring you in. There. I'm planning on just to the right of that post where the hole's supposed to be. It's going to be behind that post because that post, here we go, that post and that dark thing there is also, it's a cut-off utility pole. Those are my guy points for the guy wires. In this case, it'll be Dacron line. But yeah, that's where it's all supposed to be happening. And right now, there's not going to be anything happening. Anyway, that's it. Just a little update. The land of sun is now, well, I guess we'd call it liquid sunshine, right? Anyway, more news when it happens later on. K1 and KX clear. Well, happy Sunday, folks. I think it's March 13th, something like that. Kilo 1 November Kilo X-ray, K1 NKX. Yes, it spells kinks. Saturday, we did get the hole. That's, I think, a little over a meter deep. It's going to have to be cleaned out because we had two little girls here spending the weekend, and kids do what kids do. So that's going to have to get cleaned out a little bit, but we got the hole dug. That's the least of our worries, getting that cleaned out. So there was very little, well, there was no work done on the build for the tower. So that's why there's no base frame and slab poured here, just so you know. We got a little sidetracked because there was two little girls visiting with their dad, and we just had too much stuff going on. So yesterday and today turned into just try to get materials that we needed lined up and go from there. So all the parts are still laying over on the pavement. We got new parts for the frame over there. We're going to see how all that works, but anyway, just a little pan around. It sure is pretty. Unfortunately, there's a lot of traffic. There's a big highway right on, I don't know, 100, 200 yards over that direction. But our gardener has done a fantastic job getting this area set up. There's going to be some sort of crops put in here. I'm not sure what. We are leaning in towards winter. It's late summer, early fall here. These are citrus trees, by the way. There's oranges, lemons. I think there's a grapefruit tree. I think that's the one on the far, all the way back. See if I can bring you a little closer. There. That one right there is a grapefruit. And I think over in here there's a mix of lemons, limes, oranges. If you can see, there's a little bit of yellow coming out, so I think that might be a lemon tree there. But that's all that's been going on. Anyway, thought I'd just bring an update. No real progress on the build, except we've got a hole dug for the foundation. Anyway, hopefully next weekend we might have something to show. We got the president or chairman of the Rustenburg Amateur Radio Club with a K coming for dinner. Him and his wife are coming for a cookout tonight, since they only live like a half a mile away from the house here. So we're becoming friends and enjoying each other's company and talking ham radio, and it sure is nice. I can't wait to get the tower up, get an antenna up, and get on the air if I can find a radio. Anyway, that's it. Bougainvillea there, by the way. Hope everybody's having a great weekend, and I hope everybody has a great work week, for those of you who have to work. K1NKX, signing off for now. Later. Well, hey there. Happy, I think it's Wednesday, March the 17th now. We're taking back on the spacers. Where are we? Here we are. As you can see, I'm cutting not so neat notches in the ends of them. And I'm also taking wire. Let's see if I can do this while I'm looking through the viewfinder, because I don't have my flip screen. So basically, I've got this set, so that's given me about 4.5 millimeters, which is 1 3/4 inches. And a steady 1 3/4 inches, or somewhere really close to that, is going to give me roughly 450 ohms. It's going to get me right in the neighborhood. This is 2.5 millimeter conductor, so 4.5 millimeters of the 1 3/4 inches, or 4.5 millimeters in between the conductors should have me, right close into the neighborhood. And I don't know if you can, oops, yeah, let's kick the screen. I don't know if you can see that or not, but we are right in the 4.5 millimeter zone on both sides. So I think this is going to work out. So what we're going to do now, I've done a few. So let's get the camera over here where you can see all the glory action. Yeah, sorry about making you sick there. Let's put that right there. I got a little scrap piece of wood down here. This is an old circular stair tread that has been converted into a reloading bench. Yep. Let's make sure we're back in. Let's see if I can avoid kicking the leg of the tripod now. There we go. So we're just going to start right on the very edge. And that is really close. There's one. Now I have to get over here. And we'll do this one. And I know you can't see this one, but it basically looks the same as the other one. So that's what I'm doing right now. Just doing that, putting these holes. I'm not cutting the notches in right now. I've got a bunch of them here that I've just got the holes drilled in. I only did about 3 samples of cutting the notches in just to confirm that I was in the neighborhood. So I think we're in pretty good shape here. And I'm just going to continue drilling these out. I've got to the point where I really don't have to measure anymore, because I cut these spacers just over 5 millimeters long. So getting a notch that will give our conductors 4.5 millimeters in between is going to work out quite well. Okay, that one's got to be tilted somewhat. So let's get the hole, top hole in. Okay, a little too close to the edge that one was. Let's get a tilt. And there. So I'm just going to keep doing some more of these, and I'll be back in a little bit. Bye-bye. Alrighty. I almost forgot you. Last one. I have found that these things have a faint line. It's not a seam, it's just a line going down the length of these. So I've got a way to get lined up a little bit better. And of course, after doing about almost 40 of these, you start to figure a few things out. Let's see, that one had to get angled over, so here's my line. Let's see if I can oh, goes over there. There we are. Get on the edge. And just like that. Now I can just pull up the chair and start notching these out. Be right back. I'm back. See, I told you. Alright. So the next little trick is to try to film when there are no animals or children around, which in this place just isn't going to happen. So yeah, I'll be back when the circus is done. Alright, let's try this again. There we are. So basically all we're doing is just cutting those holes out, making a notch for the wire. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Had to chase a hippity-hoppity frog. I was trying to get into the house, which seems to be in my end frame. Yep, okay. I missed my flip screen camera, but it was just too bulky to bring with me. So there's that. Let's see if I can get a better view of that. There we go. Of course, I would like to avoid slicing a finger off. Oh, hippity hoppity. And just like that, that wire will snap in. And I'm going to use zip ties to hold this into place. Oops, sorry, I wasn't in frame. That gives us a little bit of friction, so it will snap into place. And I'm going to have these about every foot. I forget what that works out to in metric. But, doing just a quick check, that gives me, it's a little over 4.5. That's fine. That's fine. We're right at 4.5 millimeters in between. That one I can cut the notches a little bit deeper. But, that's what we're going to have. About 40 feet of ladder line. Actually, it's going to wind up being 39 feet and about 3 inches, somewhere in that neighborhood. So we will make it work. Let me check that again. Oh, about 4.5 right there. Yeah, we're there. That's good. That'll be just fine. So there's another one done. So I'm going to get back to cutting, and I'll be back shortly. Bye.
Short wave. Take it down, quick. What's it say? Ah, shut up. What'd that mean? You too?